Hello, family. We are at the first quarter moon. We are in between the new moon and the full moon, and I call this point the inspiration activation. We do the initiation for the new moon, the integration for the full moon. But in the middle is the inspiration activation, because this is a point at which a lot of people lose their motivation to move forward toward their goals. It's very important to remember our original intentions that we set for the new moon, for the initiation activation, which was also the third of 3 eclipses we just experienced. If you didn't catch that reading, it is up on YouTube now. It's also on my Facebook wall, so check that out. That one was actually done in Kauai on the beach. It was the first stop that I made as soon as we landed on the island, was to do that eclipse activation for the collective. So again, if you didn't check that out, please do. I've got my card in my hands and I'm shuffling. I'm getting ready to, for those who are tuning in, I'm getting ready to do the reading and activation for the inspiration point of our current cycle. So whatever intentions you set for the new moon, remember that some time has passed now. It's totally normal to feel the lack of inspiration and motivation. It's totally normal to feel a lack of clarity, to feel like there's something missing, which is what we're going to find right now. The missing elements are going to be revealed in this reading. It's time to reset our intentions and just realign with that so that we can better see what the path is that lies ahead of us. How can we call in the most power and the most presence here now to move forward toward that goal that we set for the initiation? What's more is, if the goal has changed, that's okay as well. So cards, what do you want to show us? What do you want to tell us to inspire us to move forward in our current cycle? You go ahead and put your energy into the deck. Anything that is clouding your mind, I invite you to just let it go. Whatever you need to get out, bring it up, get it out, and let it go. Totally clear. Open and receptive for divine communication to come through. Thank you. And so it is. Sun is setting. We're about to be inspired. Thank you to the faces that are the many within the one. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay. We have where we're coming from, what we just went through with that initiation, the new moon eclipse, where we are at right now, where we're headed, the challenge or bridge to get there, and a gift and ally to keep in mind as we move ahead. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I knew that Lover's card was going to come up. We have 3 major arcana cards right next to each other, you guys. 4 major arcana. 4 out of 5 are major arcana. This is huge. 4 out of the 5 in this reading are major arcana. That's incredible. The 5th one, mind you, is an ace. And I love this because aces are initiations. And you guys watched me live shuffle, pull these cards, and I said that this very first one was going to represent the initiation we just went through. And what is it? An ace, an initiation. And it's the Ace of Pentacles. So it's an earth initiation. And if you saw my last video, on that day of the eclipse, the Queen of Pentacles was the final card. She was the card of the future. So a lot of us have stepped into that role of the Queen of Pentacles, the protector of all of our earthly things, our earthly matters, our earthly situations, really getting in touch with our hearts and manifesting in a physical reality from that space. Well, it looks like as we access that, we created a whole new beginning. We truly initiated a whole new beginning on this earth. So I'm guessing a lot of you have tried new things in this physical reality, in this physical realm, in this physical body, this past cycle. You've been trying new things. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm right. I'd love to hear what your personal experiences have been around this earth initiation. I can't wait to share about my experience I just went through, because whoa. Where we're at now. Again, the rest of this reading is going to be major arcanas. We started off with an initiation. Now we're into major themes for the rest of this. Where we are at right now is the Emperor. Okay, so this is the fourth card of the deck, and the Emperor is that aggressive energy, that self-asserted strength. It's masculine. We're on a warpath, but not necessarily in a negative way. So long as we're moving toward something that is for the highest good of everybody as one. What are you moving toward, and are you feeling the passion for it right now? Because this card is telling me, yeah, you are. We are, because this is a collective reading. So we are in this position right now where we're holding a lot of power, a lot of strength, a lot of determination to be able to move forward toward our goals with force. With so much power and confidence. So long as we're clear on what it is we want, we have all the power we need to get there. So are you feeling supercharged? Are you feeling strong? Are you feeling empowered? Are you feeling perhaps a little more on the masculine side with your energies? It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, or if you're typically more one energy or the other. We're always shifting. We live in a reality of polarity within and without. And right now we are supercharged, and we are very much in our forward movement, aggressive, not necessarily in a negative way, energy. We're moving toward the Lovers. Again, another major arcana card. The Lovers is not necessarily about lovers, but oftentimes it is, because in this reality we do most of our work through relationships, because if everything is one, everything is a reflection of the one. Therefore, most of our healing opportunities lie within relationship. So the Lovers card is really about choosing between two different attractions. And I love how we went from the 4 to the 6. You could see the beautiful symmetry there with the numbers, with the Roman numerals. So we're moving toward, what I see right away is really seeing a reflection of that Emperor within the other. Really using the fire that others have to inspire us to move forward and build our own fire. But also it's about having to make decisions. So as we move forward, we're going to have to make decisions between two different things. It could, again, be two different lovers, but really could be two different career paths, two different places to live, two different ways of being, two different cars. This could be reflected in many different things. Most of the time when we're seeing this indecisiveness, or we're seeing this necessity to choose between A or B in one thing, chances are we're having to decide between the energies that are behind A and B in everything, because everything is really one at the core. So this theme will be played out in everything. We're really going to have to choose between energy A and energy B, and that's going to be manifested through many different avenues in our lives. So again, diet, place of living, career, friendships. We're really going to have to choose between this path and that. And the challenge is really going to be all about the Fool. This card has been coming up a lot for my individual client readings, as well as collective readings. This energy is very present with us right now. And what this is telling me is that the bridge and challenge to get from this space of feeling empowered and moving forward to that opportunity to decide between A and B, making sure that we choose the path that's for the highest good of everything as one. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to go through challenges that are going to have us question our faith, our openness, our trust. How much can you trust right now in the face of adversity when you are being challenged and you're feeling like the walls are closing in? How much faith are you able to exhibit? How much can you lean into that trust that everything is in divine order, that everything is unfolding perfectly? The more you can relax and surrender and also embody that innocent childlike joy, the easier it will be to cross that bridge, to be able to arrive at the opportunity to decide between A and B and make that decision with the most grace, with the most ease, and without crisis. All we need to do is remember that the Fool, the 0 card, is not in any particular order in the deck. The Fool is always present. The Fool is always at the forefront. Because without that ultimate trust and faith in Creator Source, we will never take those leaps of faith that we need to take in order to get to the other side. So all we need to do is relax and surrender. Be like a child, be full of joy, rest in innocence. Know that the divine plan is always unfolding, and the net does not get laid out until we jump. This is how the universe works. So how much faith can you practice? How much can you prove to yourself in all of its reflections, that you absolutely trust in this unfolding right now? That you absolutely trust that you have the capability to use all of this power that you've been building and make a decision and give it your all. Okay, the final card of the reading, again, another major arcana, because 4 out of 5 of these cards are major arcana, is the Judgment card. And I think that is so amazing, because if you watched the last reading that I did for the eclipse, you guys, for the initiation activation on the 11th, this was the card at the very bottom. We had a card for each of the elements in that reading. We had water, we had fire, right? If you guys didn't see this, you should totally check it out. We had water, we had fire, we had air, and we had earth. We had a card from each of the suits, and then we had the Judgment card at the bottom, and now the Judgment card is at the top. So what this tells me is that we are absolutely on our way forward. We need to remember our goal, the foundation of the beginning of this cycle, which was this judgment, to really judge ourselves from a more righteous perspective of see ourselves from that observer's perspective, where yes, we're judging, but it's from, ironically, a non-judgmental perspective, more of a God-like perspective, where we're saying, okay, I'm really laying out, the all the beliefs that I've integrated into my belief system. I'm really breaking it down. I'm really dissecting who I've chosen to be, and without harshness, and with so much love and tenderness and honesty. I'm going to either accept those things about myself once and for all in alignment with who I want to be, or I'm going to let those things go. That was our original intention, right? And it's saying, this card is telling us now that it's moved to the top, it's saying, don't forget, this is why we're doing it. It's so important. Don't forget, this is why we're doing it. So as we move forward toward that goal of choosing between this or that, we're moving with all this power forward toward making this decision. It's all been leading up to this. We've been building our strength, cultivating our strength. And we're ultimately going to have to choose between this or that, A or B, left or right. And we'll make the best decision, of course, because we're keeping in mind that we're doing this to become a better person, that everything that we're doing right now, that every decision we're being faced with right now is not about the physical details. Yes, we are initiating a whole new earthly reality. Of course we are. But what is it all for? We cannot forget the crown card, the ally, judgment. It has moved from the foundation to the top because we're moving forward now. This should be your inspiration. This is our collective inspiration activation right now, you guys. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? We've initiated a new beginning here in our earthly realities, a new beginning physically on this earth. We've cultivated so much power and passion, and that is where we are at right now. What do we do with it? What do we do with it? We move forward in full trust and faith and enjoy each step of the journey. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Play, have fun, but don't be naive. Be the wise child. Trust in Creator Source as we move forward to make that decision to go this way or that once and for all with our lives. Not getting lost in the details of this earthly initiation, remembering that the new house or the new job or this adventure that we're now embarking on, what it's really about is the self and the becoming of the new self, the self that we wish to be, the self that is ever changing, of course, that is always, hopefully with the most awareness, aligning with our highest good as one. That is the goal. Do not forget. Don't get lost in the details of the journey. Just have fun with it. And remember, it's all, so that we can become ever more in alignment with the shifting reality within us and all around us as one collective consciousness, as one unit. I would love to hear how this relates to you guys and your individual journeys. I would love to hear about your initiation activation. How were these past 3 eclipses for you? A lot of you have been sharing, and I'm grateful for your vulnerability and your openness. Thank you. And for those who aren't sharing, I honor you and your path as you quietly move through it, and know that I'm here for you. In private, I'm here for you. We're all here for each other. We're all in it together. You'd be surprised how relatable all of this can be when we just open up. So I'd love to hear about how that initiation was for you. How are you feeling right now? Do you feel inspired to move forward? Because we are only halfway through. Are your goals clear? Are you remembering in this moment here now? Did this reading help you to remember why we're even doing this? Why did we even begin this journey? Why did we even set those intentions a week ago? Do you feel clear on that? Do you know what to do to move forward? Because if not, I'm here for you. And this reading certainly helped me. And I pray that it inspired you to remember why you even started this thing. To keep going. To know it's all about the self, being the best you can be, having fun with each step of the journey, not getting caught up, knowing that we are always going to have to face big decisions. There will be forks in the road, and in fact, there is one coming up. But remember, if it's coming up, if it's being manifested, then we did that. Then you did that. I did that. We did that. And it's on its way. It's being revealed to us. It's on its way, which means we absolutely are manifesting this. So when that decision comes, you got to tell yourself. And when anything comes your way, you got to tell yourself, I asked for this. I did this. And it's all for something deeper. What is at the root? My shift. My becoming a better person in each moment. My knowing I'm great as I am here now, and always striving to be in further alignment, because everything around us is always shifting, and so we have to shift along with that. So yes, have fun each step of the way. When that decision comes, when we're faced with a great decision, because this is life. It happens over and over. So when that next decision comes and you're faced with it, approach that with all of your strength. Know that you've got it all right now. You've been working on this. You asked for this. You are more than prepared for it. So don't lose sight of that. Hold on to that purposefulness and that awareness that you called it in. And remember that we're doing it together. And what we're doing is so much more significant than any of the physical details of the journey that we've just initiated on this past new moon. So there you have it, you guys. 4 out of 5 cards, major arcana, and this is all now and moving forward. Judgment, the Fool, the Emperor, the Lovers. Look at the symmetry. 20, 4, 6, 20, 0, ace, initiation. That eclipse was absolutely the ultimate initiation activation that started all of this. And here we go. We're moving ahead, and we are A-okay. We called this in. Remember why we're doing this. Have fun. And know we're in it together. If anybody would like to schedule a reading with me, an activation, I am still at the inspiration activation point. So if you want to pull some cards that are more personal and detailed to fit your situation right now, then we can absolutely do that, and it will be powerful. And I love doing that because then you're able to relate your personal reading to the collective reading and get even more out of it. That's why I do these collective readings. So go ahead and private message me or leave me a comment below, and we can schedule a private reading. More than happy to work with you. I've got a few clients this week, and I'm so excited to have a peek into the lives of my reflections, to be able to have more information, more spiritual statistics for all of us to move forward with the most awareness. So Thank you guys. I'm also still doing the alchemical marriages. If you don't know what those are, go ahead and check out Rebecca Magic on YouTube. There's a video talking about who I am and what I do. And I offer the alchemical marriage anytime. But right now we are at the midpoint of the moon cycle, so keep that in mind. If you're needing a little inspiration to move forward, now's the time. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. If you're not subscribed yet, please check out Rebecca Magic on YouTube. Hit subscribe. You will get notifications when I get the inspiration to intuitively do a reading, which is a lot of fun. I also do a lot of just random spiritual psychology topics on there. There are a couple new ones up from Kauai if you haven't seen them yet. And I'll be sharing my personal experiences on there along with some awesome footage and images from helicopter ride and boat tour. So check it out. Again, thank you guys for being here now with me, doing the work, but remembering to play. Many blessings.